Students, in last lecture we studied about three theorems. Theorem first, if A bar and B bar are collinear vectors, then there exist two non-zero scalars m and n such that m A bar plus n B bar is equal to 0. This is our first theorem. A bar and B bar are collinear vectors, then m A bar plus n B bar is equal to 0. Then second theorem, what is second theorem? Let the vector R bar is coplanar. Vector R bar is coplanar with A bar and B bar. Then there exist unique scalars T1 and T2 such that R bar is equal to T1 A bar plus T2 B bar. This is second theorem. And third theorem is A bar, B bar and C bar are coplanar vectors. Then there exists a linear combination. We studied about the linear combination. Then there exists the linear combination x A bar plus y B bar plus z C bar is equal to 0 bar. Here scalars x, y, z is not equal to 0, 0, 0. And we studied one corollary based on this third theorem. What is that? If A bar, B bar, C bar are coplanar, this is theorem third. Then what is its corollary? A bar, B bar and C bar are non-coplanar vectors. If these three vectors are non-coplanar, then there exists a linear combination x A bar plus y B bar plus z C bar is equal to 0 bar such that x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. We use this corollary. We will use this corollary in next lecture. So remember this corollary. So we studied about three theorems. First is A bar and B bar are collinear, then m A bar plus n B bar is equal to 0 bar. Second is R bar is coplanar with A bar and B bar, then R bar is equal to T1 A bar plus T2 B bar. And third, A bar, B bar, C bar are coplanar, then there exists a linear combination of these three vectors A bar, B bar and C bar, and its corollary. If it is non-coplanar, then x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. Today we studied theorem number 4. And before that, theorem number 4, we studied the signs of a coordinate in octants. Signs of coordinates in octants. We know two-dimensional system. If this is x-axis, this is y-axis. These two coordinates divide this plane into 4 parts. So we called it as quadrants. This is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. And we know the signs of coordinates in that particular quadrants. Here x-axis is positive, x coordinate is positive, y coordinate is positive. Here x is negative, y is positive. Here x negative, y positive, negative. And here x positive, y negative. These are the signs in quadrants. And this is two-dimensional system. Similarly, we studied signs of coordinates in octants. That means if there is a three-dimensional system, that is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, these three axes divide the space into 8 parts, that is octants. So what are the signs of the coordinates in that octants? So there are 8 octants. If there is a three-dimensional system, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, this is imaginary z-axis, this is imaginary x-axis and this is imaginary y-axis. Suppose this is in 3 dimension. So these 3 axes divides the space into 8 parts. Then what are that planes? Divides into 8 planes. What are that planes? First is x, y, z plane. Then x dash y z plane. Then x, y dash z plane. Then x, y, z dash plane. Then x dash y dash z, then x dash y z dash, then x dash x y dash z dash, and last x dash y dash and z dash. These 3 axes divides into 8 planes. These are the octants, these are 8 planes. Now in that 8 planes, what are the signs of the coordinate? If the coordinate situated in this plane, then their signs x-axis is positive, y-axis is positive and z-axis is positive because x, y, z are real. So here plus plus plus. Here x is on imaginary. So here x-axis is minus, y plus plus. Here x-axis positive, y-axis negative and z-axis positive. Here x and y positive positive, here z dash, so this is negative. In this plane x dash y dash are negative and z is positive. This is negative, y is positive and z dash is negative. X is positive, these two are negative. So here x coordinate is negative, y coordinate is negative, z coordinate is negative. These are the signs in that particular planes or that octants. This is the signs of a coordinates in octants. This is very simple. So next is our theorem number 4. What is theorem number 4? Let A bar, B bar and C bar be 3 non-coplanar vectors. Non-coplanar vectors. Then R bar is any vector in space can be uniquely expressed as linear combination of A bar, B bar and C bar. This is the statement of theorem number 4. What is the theorem number 4? What is statement? Let A bar, B bar, C bar be three non-coplanar vectors. Non-coplanar vectors. So these are lies in different planes. Then R bar is any vector in the space can be uniquely expressed as a linear combination of A bar, B bar, C bar. We studied about the linear combination. What is linear combination? It is a combination of scalar vector, multiplication of scalar vector and its addition. If there is a vector say A bar, B bar, C bar, A bar is vector B bar and C bar. Suppose there is a scalars x, y, z. So multiplication of x with A bar, multiplication of y with B bar and multiplication of z with C bar and its linear combinations. Linear combinations, so multiplication of scalar vector and its addition. Then what is this? This is a R bar. So we have to prove that R bar is equal to x A bar plus y B bar plus z C bar. That means this vector R bar is in space and it can be written as the linear combination of A bar, B bar and C bar. X, Y, Z are the scalars. Behalf of x, y, z you will take other scalars. It is totally your choice. I will take it at x, y, z. So R bar is equal to x A bar plus y B bar plus z C bar. We have to prove this. So what is this proof? Consider any point. Suppose this is point A. Its proof. This is point A in space. Now we draw three non-coplanar. We draw three non-coplanar vectors A bar, B bar and C bar. These three vectors are non-coplanar vectors. These three vectors are non-coplanar vectors and its initial point is A. Consider A is any point in a space and we draw three non-coplanar vectors whose initial point is same, which is A. Now we draw a plane passing through that vectors. We draw a planes passing through that vectors. If we draw a planes passing through that vector, then these planes are intersect each other and it forms a parallelepiped like this. It forms a parallelepiped. We draw a planes on that particular vectors and it will intersect each other and it forms a parallelepiped. This is the intersection points or we call edges. Here P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. We join A and S. And suppose this is vector R bar. Suppose this is a vector R bar. Now we have to prove that R bar is equal to X A bar, Y B bar and Z C bar. Now we join AR. We join this AR. Now in triangle ASR, in triangle ASR, here AS bar by triangle law, AS bar is equal to AR bar plus RS bar. By triangle law of vector, AS bar is equal to AR bar plus RS bar. And similarly, in triangle AQR, in triangle AQR, AR bar is equal to, what is AR bar is equal to? AQ bar plus QR bar. AR bar is equal to AQ bar plus QR by triangle law. And we know that AR bar and its value is AR bar is equal to AQ bar plus QR bar. So this becomes, suppose this is equation 1. Equation 1 becomes, we place the value of AR bar in equation 1. So AS bar is equal to AQ bar plus QR bar plus RS. We place this value in this AR bar, we have this equation. Now, what is AS bar? AS bar means R bar. AS bar is equal to R bar. Now, what is AQ bar? AQ bar. But this AQ bar is along with A bar. This AQ bar is along with A bar. If two vectors are along with each other, then these two vectors are collinear. And by definition of a collinearity, if two vectors, if A bar and B bar, two vectors, and these two vectors are collinear, then A bar is equal to scalar into B bar. This is the definition of collinear. So, if AQ bar is along with A bar, then what is AQ bar? AQ bar is equal to scalar, some scalar into A bar. We have to take a scalar here. We take X. So AQ bar is equal to what is? XA bar. So we write here AQ bar is equal to XA plus. Then QR bar. QR bar, this is QR bar. Now this is QR bar is parallel to B bar. If QR bar is parallel to B bar, if two vectors are parallel to each other, then it is also collinear. And if two vectors are collinear, then it is written as scalar multiple of the other. Similarly this. So QR bar is equal to scalar into B bar. Scalar into B bar. And what is scalar? We have to take here scalar y. So we take here y. That is QR bar is equal to y B bar. This value is here. So plus y B. Plus. Now RS bar. RS. This RS is parallel to C bar. This RS is parallel to C bar. If two vectors are parallel to each other, then it is collinear. And if it is collinear, then one vector is scalar multiple of the other, like this. So RS bar, this RS bar is equal to scalar into C bar. Scalar into C bar. And what is scalar? Z. So here plus Z C bar. Here X, Y, Z are scalars. So this is our proof. We prove that R bar is equal to X A bar plus Y B bar plus Z C bar. That is R bar is any vector in a space can C bar. R bar can be expressed as a linear combination of A bar, B bar and C bar. Now here one word is uniquely expressed as a, so we have to prove that these scalars are unique. There not exist another scalars. So we have to prove that here uniqueness. Now what is the uniqueness of this proof? Uniqueness, if R bar is equal to, here uniqueness of uniqueness, R bar is equal to X A bar plus Y B bar plus Z C bar. By our proof, R bar is equal to X A bar plus Y B bar plus Z C bar. Suppose there is another scalars, that is x1, y1 and z1. There exist another scalars, that is R bar is equal to x1 A bar plus y1 B bar plus z1 C bar. Suppose x1, y1, z1 are also another scalars. We have to prove that these two scalars does not exist, there is a unique scalars. So if we subtract these two equations, we will get R bar minus R bar, that is 0 bar, x minus x1 A bar plus, if we subtract these two, y minus y1 B bar plus, if we subtract these two, z minus z1 C bar. Here we take A bar common, B bar common and C bar common, and R bar minus R bar is 0. If we subtract these two equations, then we will get this equation. Now x is scalar, x1 is scalar, and subtraction of these two scalars are also scalar. This is also scalar, this is also scalar. So scalar into vector, scalar into vector and scalar into vector, this is a linear combination. And linear combination is equal to 0. Now in theorem third, we studied one corollary. What is that corollary? If three vectors A bar, B bar and C bar are non-coplanar. If A bar, B bar, C bar, three vectors are non-coplanar, then there exists a linear combination x A bar plus y B bar plus z C bar is equal to 0 bar, such that x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. This is corollary below in theorem third. What is that? A bar, B bar, C bar are non-coplanar vectors. Here A bar, B bar, C bar are also non-coplanar vectors. So there exists a linear combination. Here also a linear combination. Then what is say? X is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. That means scalars equal to 0 if these three vectors are non-coplanar. So what is here scalar? By this corollary, therefore scalar equal to 0. So what is first scalar? X minus x1 is equal to 0. What is second scalar? Y minus y1 is equal to 0. And what is third scalar? Z minus z1 is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. This means if we take this on RHS, we will get x is equal to x1, y is equal to y1 and z is equal to z. That means x and x1 are same, y and y1 are same and z1 is same. But we here stated that is x1, y1, z1 are another scalars, which is contradiction. So there exists a unique scalars in that theorem. This is the uniqueness of theorem. This is the theorem number 4. So today we studied signs of a coordinates in octants. There are 8 octants and its signs, and this is the theorem number 4. What is that? if A bar, B bar and C bar be three non-coplanar vectors, then R bar is any vector in a space can be uniquely expressed as a linear combination of A bar, B bar, C bar. I hope you understand all these concepts. Thank you.